It was a normal evening just like any other. Millions of people around the world were sitting in front of their TVs, ready to watch one of the most popular talk shows in America. The studio was bright, filled with colorful lights, big cameras, and excited crew members running around to make sure everything was perfect. The hosts, as always, had their biggest smiles on. They were ready to welcome their next guest. But this wasn't just any guest. Tonight, the person sitting in the interview chair was none other than the legendary Jackie Chan. The room was buzzing with excitement. Jackie Chan wasn't just a movie star. He was a hero to millions of fans around the world. People admired him for his amazing martial arts skills, his incredible action movies, and his hard-working personality. He had spent years working hard, training, and perfecting his craft. He had jumped off buildings, fought dozens of bad guys at once, and even done the most dangerous stunts without a stunt double. But tonight, Jackie wasn't here to fight bad guys in a movie. He was about to face something different. Something unexpected. A tricky interviewer who wanted to embarrass him. As the show started, the audience cheered loudly. The camera zoomed in on Jackie, who was sitting in his chair, smiling warmly at the crowd. He looked calm as he always did, with that familiar kindness in his eyes. The host, a woman with a bright smile and a fancy dress, leaned forward. But there was something about her smile that felt a little strange. It was the kind of smile that looked friendly on the outside but had something sneaky hidden underneath. "So, Jackie," she said sweetly, "it's great to have you on the show. But let's talk about something personal, shall we?" Jackie nodded politely, waiting to hear her question. "Your daughter," the host continued. "There have been a lot of stories about her and the choices she has made. How do you feel about the fact that she is openly gay?" The room became quiet. Some people in the audience held their breath. It was a question designed to make Jackie uncomfortable. The host wasn't just asking. She was trying to stir up controversy, to make Jackie stumble over his words. But Jackie didn't flinch. He didn't even blink. Instead, he leaned back in his chair and spoke in a calm, steady voice. "I believe that love is love," he said firmly. "I support my daughter no matter who she loves. I have always taught my children to be true to themselves." His words were simple yet powerful. He wasn't angry. He wasn't defensive. He simply stated the truth. The audience nodded, impressed by how Jackie handled the question. But the host wasn't done yet. She leaned in even closer, her eyes shining as she tried to push further. "But you didn't always feel that way, did you?" she asked with a fake look of concern. "I've heard that you kicked your daughter out when she told you she was gay. Is that true?" The crowd tensed. Everyone was waiting to see what Jackie would say. But Jackie remained calm. His face didn't change. His voice didn't shake. He simply looked at the host and spoke again, this time with even more strength. "I never kicked my daughter out," he said. "At first I didn't fully understand. But I never rejected her. I gave her space to figure things out, to be who she really is. And as her father, I am proud of the woman she has become." The audience clapped. It was a powerful moment. Jackie had answered the question with wisdom and kindness. He wasn't going to let anyone twist his words or make him look bad. But the host wasn't finished. She smirked, trying to keep control of the conversation. "Well, if that's true, then why did she end up living on the streets for a while?" she asked. "Was that your way of supporting her?" The question was cruel. It was meant to make Jackie look like a bad father. But Jackie Chan was no ordinary man. He leaned forward, his eyes locking onto the host's. His voice was strong, steady, filled with the power of truth. "Yes, my daughter lived on the streets," he said. "But not because I threw her out. She made her own choices and I respected them. I wanted her to learn and grow. And let me tell you something, she is stronger than you think. I am proud of everything she has overcome." Silence. For a moment, the host didn't know what to say. Her confident smile faded just a little. The audience could feel it. Jackie wasn't falling for her tricks. But she tried one last time. "Well," she said, forcing a small laugh, "let's talk about your son then. Some people say you didn't teach him discipline, that you spoiled him. What do you have to say about that?" Jackie's face grew serious. This wasn't just an interview anymore. It was an attack. But Jackie had faced much harder challenges in his life. He had grown up poor, worked hard every single day, and built a career through determination and strength. He wasn't afraid of anything, not in movies and certainly not in real life. "I have always been a father to my children," Jackie said. "I have given them love, discipline, and respect. I have never spoiled them. But I have given them the freedom to make their own choices and learn from their mistakes. My son is no different. He has grown into a hard-working young man, and I am proud of him." More applause from the audience. Jackie's words were full of wisdom. He wasn't going to let anyone question the way he raised his children. But the host still had one last trick. "Do you really think your son is ready for the real world?" she asked in a mocking voice. "Does he know how to survive without using your name?" Jackie didn't hesitate. "I don't believe in relying on anyone else's name, not even mine," he said. "My son knows exactly what it takes to survive. He knows how to work hard, respect others, and stand up for what's right. That's all that matters." The interview continued, but the host had lost. Every time she tried to trick Jackie, he answered with wisdom, strength, and honesty. He didn't get angry. He didn't let her control him. He stayed calm and true to himself. By the end of the interview, the host had nothing left to say. Her plan to embarrass Jackie had failed completely. And Jackie had sent a message, not just to her but to the whole world. Never mess with family. And never underestimate a man who has worked hard and faced every challenge life has thrown at him. As the show ended, the audience was buzzing with excitement. Social media was exploding with reactions. Everyone was talking about how Jackie had handled the interview with wisdom and grace. But this wasn't just an interview. It was a lesson. A lesson in strength. A lesson in respect. A lesson in standing up for what's right. As Jackie walked off the stage, the crew members watched him go, their eyes filled with admiration. They had seen many guests come and go, but few had handled such a difficult interview with the same confidence and wisdom as Jackie Chan. And at that moment, everyone in the room knew one thing for sure. Jackie Chan wasn't just a movie star. He was a true legend. Jackie had shown what really happened behind the scenes. Everyone kept talking about what had just happened. Even the host, who had planned to make Jackie look bad, had to admit that she had misjudged him. She came into the interview with one goal: to embarrass Jackie, to make him look weak, like just another famous person caught up in trouble. But instead, she found herself learning a powerful lesson from him. After the interview, people couldn't stop talking about how calm and strong Jackie was. It wasn't just a news story, it was a powerful message. Jackie didn't just stand up for himself and his family, he also showed a kind of wisdom and strength that not many people have. What really impressed people, especially older men over 65, was how Jackie stayed calm and never lost his patience. He showed how much he cared about his family and how to face hard times with dignity. Many older people had also been judged unfairly in their lives. They knew what it felt like to be misunderstood, to have others question their actions without knowing the full story. But Jackie proved that the best way to respond to such situations isn't to get angry. Instead, it's to stand tall, stay calm, and let your actions show the truth. And that was the most important part of everything that happened. It wasn't just about Jackie making the interviewer stop talking. It was about the lesson he gave the world. You don't have to fight back with anger. Sometimes the best way to win is to hold your head high and stay true to yourself. This lesson wasn't just for Jackie's fans. It was for anyone who has ever been treated unfairly or spoken about in a bad way. It was a reminder that we don't have to prove ourselves to people who don't really understand us. We don't have to answer every mean word or bad comment. Instead, we can rise above it and show who we really are through our actions and our honesty. Now, think about your own life for a moment. Have you ever been in a situation where someone said bad things about you? Have you ever felt small, like you weren't good enough? We've all felt that way at some point. But Jackie's interview teaches us something important. We don't have to let those moments define us. We don't have to let other people's opinions decide who we are. So ask yourself, what do you do when life gets really tough? Do you get angry? Do you let bad words hurt you? Or do you rise above it just like Jackie did? This kind of strength is what makes Jackie Chan a hero, not just in movies but in real life too. His strength comes from knowing who he is and never letting others change him. And that's a lesson we can all learn from. Jackie's response to the interviewer wasn't just smart, it was inspiring. He reminded everyone that staying calm and showing kindness is more powerful than fighting back with anger. He didn't just protect himself, he gave hope to everyone watching. His words reached people all over the world. People who had faced their own struggles. People who had been judged unfairly. People who had been treated badly but wanted to handle it with dignity. This is why Jackie Chan is respected by so many. He teaches us that real strength doesn't come from shouting louder than others. It doesn't come from proving others wrong. It comes from knowing yourself, standing by your values, and letting your actions speak for themselves. Now let's talk. If you've been listening to this and feel inspired by Jackie's words, I want to hear from you. Where are you from? Have you ever had to stand up for yourself or your family when people said bad things? Leave a comment below and tell your story. And if you think Jackie's answer to the interviewer was a great lesson in how to deal with tough times, don't keep it to yourself. Share this video with someone who needs to hear this message. Let's remind the world that we all have the strength to stand up for ourselves no matter what happens. The interview was over, but Jackie's words stayed with people. Everyone kept talking about it. Older people felt inspired by Jackie's calmness, his love for his family, and his choice to never let others define who he is. They knew that Jackie's words weren't just for the cameras, they were real and meaningful. In today's world, people are often quick to judge, to criticize, and to tear others down. But Jackie showed a different way. A way where kindness, respect, and understanding are more important than anger. A way where family matters more than fame. A way where love is stronger than the noise of the world. A way where you never let someone else's opinion decide your worth. Jackie turned an interview meant to embarrass him into a lesson for the world. And in doing so, he showed that no matter how many times life knocks you down, you can always rise again, with grace and strength. As the video ended, Jackie's message remained clear. The strength is inside you. Don't let anyone tell you who you are. Stand tall, believe in yourself, and let your actions show the truth. If you found this message important, don't forget to hit the like button. Subscribe and share this video with someone who needs to be reminded of their own strength. You never know who might be watching and needing a little encouragement. Leave a comment below with your thoughts and let's keep this conversation going. And if you learned something valuable today, share this message with someone else. Maybe you know someone who needs to hear that they are stronger than they think. Don't let this lesson end here. Spread it, share it, and remind the world that real strength comes from within. As the video kept spreading on social media, people everywhere were saying the same thing. Jackie Chan didn't just win an interview, he won hearts. People of all ages and backgrounds were inspired. Young people learned the value of patience and wisdom. Older people saw themselves in Jackie's words. They remembered the times when they had to stay strong in tough situations. And they appreciated seeing someone as famous as Jackie showing that same strength and wisdom. Jackie's interview wasn't just about defending himself, it was about teaching others how to handle life's challenges. It was about reminding us that no matter what happens, we should never let anger control us. We should never let others define who we are. So, the next time someone tries to bring you down, remember Jackie's response. Stay calm. Stay strong. Stay true to yourself. And let your actions speak louder than words. Jackie Chan didn't just speak that day, he taught a lesson that the world will never forget. And that lesson will live on, inspiring people for years to come. Jackie Chan did something more than just protect himself. He showed everyone how to be strong even when people try to bring you down. He showed that you don't have to fight back with anger or say mean things to win. Instead, you can stay calm, speak wisely, and let your actions show who you really are. One day, Jackie was in an interview. The person asking him questions was trying to make him feel uncomfortable. She wanted to talk about his family and his personal life. She hoped he would get upset or say something wrong so that it could become big news. Some reporters do this because they think it will get more attention. But Jackie was very smart. He didn't let the interviewer control him. He didn't get angry or say anything rude. Instead, he answered with calmness and wisdom. He spoke in a way that showed he loves his family and believes in keeping his private life, well, private. The interviewer kept trying to push him. She thought that if she kept asking, he would finally lose his patience. But Jackie didn't. He didn't argue, he didn't shout, and he didn't let her words bother him. He just stood strong and spoke in a way that made people respect him even more. In the end, the interviewer didn't know what to say. She had thought she could make Jackie look weak, but instead, she helped the world see how strong he really was. This moment was more than just an interview. It was a big lesson for people everywhere. It showed that when others try to bring you down, you don't have to fight back with anger. You don't have to say mean things. You don't have to prove anything to them. You just have to be yourself and stay true to what you believe. Jackie didn't let anyone control his emotions. He didn't let anyone make him say something he didn't want to say. He stayed calm, kind, and respectful. And because of that, people all over the world admired him even more. After the interview, many people started talking about it. They shared their own stories of being judged or treated unfairly. Some said that they had been made fun of for their choices or their families. Others said they had been asked personal questions that made them uncomfortable. But many of them realized something important. When they stayed strong and didn't let the words hurt them, those words lost their power. This moment led to an even bigger conversation. People started talking about why it's important to respect each other's privacy. They asked why some reporters feel the need to dig into someone's personal life just to make an exciting story. Many agreed that it was wrong to push people too far just for attention. Jackie's interview was more than just about him. It was a message to the whole world. He showed that you don't have to fight back with anger to win. You can stay calm and show that you are stronger than any mean words. Jackie's message was clear. Be true to yourself, protect the people you love, and don't let anyone make you feel small. More and more people started sharing their love and support for Jackie. They said how much they admired him for the way he handled the situation. What could have been a negative moment became something positive. It became a lesson about respect, kindness, and staying strong. Jackie wasn't just protecting himself, he was standing up for something bigger. He was showing the world that everyone deserves to be treated with respect. No matter who you are or where you come from, you should never let someone else make you feel unimportant. The biggest lesson of all was what Jackie taught the interviewer. She thought she could make him upset. She thought she could make him say something wrong. But instead, she learned that sometimes silence is more powerful than words. She didn't get the reaction she wanted. Instead, she got a lesson in humility. That's the real power of Jackie's response. He didn't need to shout. He didn't need to argue. He showed that the strongest person is the one who stays calm and doesn't let others control their emotions. So, what can we learn from Jackie's story? If someone is being mean to you or trying to make you feel bad, you don't have to fight back the same way. You don't have to say mean things. You don't have to prove anything to them. Instead, you can stay strong. You can be kind. You can show them that their words don't affect you. If someone tries to make you feel small, remember Jackie's response. He didn't get mad. He didn't fight back. He stayed calm, spoke wisely, and let his actions show his strength. You can do the same. Jackie's story teaches us that real strength comes from staying calm. Even when people expect you to get angry, you can choose a different path. You can choose to stay true to yourself. This story is not just about Jackie. It's about all of us. We all face moments when people are unfair, when they judge us, or when they try to bring us down. It can happen at school, at work, or even with friends and family. But we always have a choice in how we respond. When we stay calm and don't let others control our emotions, we become stronger. We show the world that we are bigger than the negativity around us. Jackie's story also reminds us that respecting people's privacy is important. We shouldn't push others too far just because we are curious. Everyone has a right to keep some parts of their life private. Just because someone is famous doesn't mean we should ask them personal questions they don't want to answer. Jackie's way of handling the situation is something we can all learn from. It shows us that when we stay true to ourselves, we win. We don't have to prove anything to anyone. We don't have to lower ourselves to someone else's level. We just have to be who we are and stand tall. Jackie Chan showed the world that real strength is in composure. He showed that you don't have to be the loudest person in the room to be the strongest. Instead, strength comes from being calm, being kind, and staying true to yourself. The next time you face criticism or someone tries to bring you down, think about Jackie. Remember that you have the power to choose how you react. You don't have to fight back. You don't have to get angry. You can stay calm, be wise, and let your actions speak for themselves. Jackie didn't just teach us how to handle a tough interview. He taught us how to handle life. He showed us that no matter what happens, if we stay true to ourselves, we can face anything with grace and strength. And that's a lesson that will always be important. If you enjoyed this story, share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think. Don't forget to subscribe for more amazing stories filled with adventure, mystery, and excitement. Your support means the world, and it helps keep these stories coming. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.